the last thing I want to touch on in the airdrop world is to just be very careful. A lot of people, and we've had it in our Discord of a lot of people asking, this is the first time they've used DeFi protocols, the first time they've really farmed an airdrop before. And I think, again, it's great to do this, to go learn DeFi is amazing. It's why I learned DeFi back in 2020, was because obviously I was getting rewards for it. And otherwise I probably never would have used DeFi. And now I'm like, wow, this stuff is so cool. I do think everyone should do it, but you got to be very careful because, again, what are we using? Brand new protocols. If they haven't launched token yet, they're likely very new. Hopefully they've been audited, but we don't know. You're also then using, a lot of times you're lending, you're borrowing, so you're using a bit of leverage, which most people probably have never done before. And then you're using these tokens to leverage that also have not been around a while. And so an example of this was earlier this week, Marinade Staked Sol, or MSOL, which is the LST, the derivative of Sol for Marinade, which is commonly used in the apps like MarginFi and Camino and a bunch that people are farming right now. It actually depegged from its Sol peg, and it happened because some whale decided to sell $5 million worth, which is not a lot, $5 million with this MSOL basically all at once, and it depegged by 18%. At the same time that Elizabeth Warren news came out and a bunch of the assets dropped. So it was a bit of a combination of things, but that depeg ended up causing a few liquidations. So generally you wouldn't have been liquidated if it was going down the same amount that just Sol went down, but it went down an extra 18%. And so people got liquidated and lost some of their positions. And again, a lot of people probably just had no idea what was going on here. Now it's since gone back to its peg. But the story here, the thing to understand is, don't overdo it. Don't over leverage here. Don't put 100% of your portfolio into airdrop farming because, again, this stuff is extremely risky. And as much as I want you guys to play around and try things on chain, the last thing I want is for you to lose all your Sol or lose all your ETH. So you got to be very careful. If you've never done this, I don't know, read up on, we did a good report on this of just trying to help you guys manage your risk. Just don't go all in on this stuff. I know if you put more in, your points will go up faster. But you got to refrain. You got to take a deep breath before you do this stuff and just don't go all in because you just never know. And look, nothing bad happened really from this MSOL depeg. It's back pegged, by the way, so it's all good, but something will happen. I guarantee you in the next 4 to 8 weeks, something on Solana is going to break and it's going to cause some problems. And the thing is, what people are doing is you might lend on one protocol, borrow on that protocol, then go put that in another protocol, borrow on that protocol, put another one. You start looping here, and then it's you have this catastrophic event. So you got to be very, very careful.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think there's so many different ways for things to go wrong as well. It could be a whale intentionally or unintentionally dumping a bunch and causing depegs or weird price action. There's smart contract risk. There always is smart contract risk anytime you're using DeFi or anything on chain, which is basically, even if it has been audited, sometimes people can find an exploit, let alone when it hasn't been audited. There's a lot of bad actors and hackers out there that all they do is look at protocols that have a bunch of money, TVL, total value, locked in them, and they're like, all right, how can I potentially attack and find a bug or an exploit and drain all the funds from this pool or that pool? And there's so many different ways. So be careful.
Solana has been battle tested a bit, but not a ton because it's still relatively new, and especially their DeFi protocols. And the thing to remember is most of these protocols had in the low millions for TVL for the this entire bear market since they've launched, and now all of a sudden they are going up to hundreds of millions or close to hundreds of millions. And so now hackers are oh, it's time to move over to Solana DeFi. And so these hacks are going to come. Hopefully they don't, but they probably will because there's a big honeypot now. And a lot of these things are not battle tested. So you should actually expect that you're going to lose some of your funds that you're airdrop farming, and hopefully you make up for it from airdrops or from your yield or, price going up, whatever. But you should expect you're probably going to lose some because, it happened a ton in 2020 and 2021 on the Ethereum ecosystem, and it's bound to happen here too, in my opinion.